Good day, Philippines. Hello, Region 1. Aloha, San Carlinian learners. Airing live from the mango bamboo capital of the Philippines, San Carlos City. You're tuning into CCN Broadcast Center, a virtual home of every SDO-SEC learner, where passion is the key. Learning paves the way. With our division mantra, developing creativity, maximizing versatility. This is your CCN Broadcast Center. CCN Broadcast Center, a virtual home of every SDO-SEC learner.
Good day to our viewers, especially to our San Carlinian learners. I am Ma'am Belle from Speaker Eugenio Perez National Agricultural School, and I will be your teacher webcaster for today. Our subject is Disciplines and Ideas in the Social Sciences, one of the specializations of the HUMSS learners. Our topic would be Social Science, Disciplines, Natural Science, and Humanities. This topic is intended for Grade 11 HUMSS Quarter 1, Module 1. So before we begin, I would like you to get your modules and a paper and a pen for you to take down notes and answer the activities provided for you later on. So let's get started. Our most essential learning competency is to differentiate the nature and functions of social science disciplines with the natural sciences and humanities. So at the end of this lesson, you're expected to first, define social science as a study of the community. Second is to distinguish the differences between the social sciences, the natural sciences, and humanities. And lastly, to appreciate the different social science disciplines. So let us start with an activity entitled Guess What? So in this activity, some concepts of the lesson will be projected. You're going to read with me and guess what's the correct answer. Hints which reveal some of the letters of the words are already provided for you. Okay, so number 1, an endeavor to understand, explain, and predict the world we live in using distinctive methods of inquiry to construct theories. What is it? Okay, you're right. It's humanities. Next, disciplines that deal only with the events independent and dependent in nature using scientific methods. Can you guess the concept? Of course, it's natural science. Next, the systematic study of various aspects of human society. What's the word? Okay, it's science. Last one. The study of the ways in which the human experience is processed and documented. Can you guess that? Of course, it's social science. Okay, so you did a great job in guessing those words or concepts related with our lesson. So again, what are those concepts? Okay, we have science, natural science, social science, and humanities. As much as I would like you to give your ideas with these concepts, I know that at the same time, you're very excited to learn a lot with this lesson. So let's get started with our discussion. Let's start by defining social science. Social science is a field of human knowledge that deals with all aspects of the group of life of human beings. Social science deals with the human behavior in its social and cultural context. Human behavior changes from time to time. That is why social science is also called behavioral sciences. And how about natural science? It is a branch of science that seeks to elucidate the rules that govern the natural world by using empirical and scientific method. And we also have the concept of humanities. The humanities are academic disciplines that study human culture using methods that are primarily analytical, critical, or speculative, and having a significant historical element as distinguished from the mainly empirical approaches of the natural sciences. It includes the ancient and modern languages, religion, philosophy, performing arts, and the like. Okay, so we're done with another activity entitled 30 Seconds to Win It. So, you will be given 30 seconds to read situation with me and analyze whether there are concepts of social science in the situations or not. Answer SS if it has or NSS if otherwise. Let's begin. First situation, Jack examined about how ants propagate and multiply. Does it have a concept of social science or not? Again, Jack examined how ants propagate and multiply. I think you already know the answer. It's obviously NSS or not social science. Let's proceed. Mario surveyed about how students of Himamaylan National High School take care of the environment. Does it have a concept of social science or not? I am hearing the correct answer. Of course, it's social science. It has the concept of social science. Next, Anna decided to be exposed in one of the tribes in their community. Does it have a concept of social science or not? I think you already know the answer. And the answer is, it has the concept of social science. Next, Rufa examined his friend's lungs and found out that he has a lung cancer. Does this scenario has a concept of social science or not? Of course, it does not have the concept of social science. And lastly, Christine managed his constituents well and became a good leader to them. Okay, so I think we do not need to wait for the 30 seconds because I know you already know the answer. It has the concept of social science. So you did a great job, guys. Now let's proceed with our discussion with the differences between the natural science and social sciences. In the area of study, natural science is concerned with the nature, while social science is more concerned with the human behavior. For the basis, natural science is based on experiments, while social science is more based on experiential or our experiences. In terms of methodology, natural science is fixed and straightforward, while social science is based on series of experiments and observation. With regards to the data, in natural science, data represents predictability and rationality, while in social science, it denotes spontaneity and deal with the emotions of people involved. And lastly, in terms of variable, in natural science, variables can obviously be controlled, while in social science, variables are uncontrollable. Okay, so let us study the different or the etymology of the different social, sorry for that. Let us study or learn more about the different concepts or the different disciplines of social sciences. So let's start with anthropology. As we all know, anthropology is the study of all aspects of human life and culture. It examines such topics as how people live, what they think, what they produce, and how they interact with their environments. And anthropologists try to understand the full range of human diversity as well as what all people share in common. Next discipline, we have economics. Of course, it seeks to understand people's activities concerning production, distribution, and consumption of goods and services. So we also have these two types of economics. We have the micro and the macro economics. And it is said that the ultimate goal of economics is to develop better policies in order to minimize problems and maximize the benefits of everyday work. Next discipline, we have geography. It is a science that deals with the distribution and arrangement of all elements of the Earth's surface. And next discipline is history. It is a branch of knowledge that attempts to ascertain, record, and explain facts and events that happened, of course, in the past. And it is one of the oldest social science disciplines. Let's go to the fifth one, linguistics. A field of knowledge involving scientific study of language as a universal and recognizable aspect of human behavior and capacity. And we also have political science. It deals with the systems of government and the analysis of political activities, political thoughts, and political behaviors. And what else? We have psychology. It is concentrated on the individuals and the various forces that mold them. And actually, we have the 4 important goals of psychology. We have to describe, to explain, to predict, and to change behavior. Next, we have sociology. This discipline of social science is concentrated on the social influences and processes occurring within groups of people rather than those forces affecting an individual. And last but not the least, we have demography. It is the science of science and statistical study of human populations. Again, these are our different social science disciplines. Okay, let's have another activity entitled End in Mind. So what you're gonna do? You need to read and comprehend each social science issue with me and identify what discipline could expound or resolve it. Okay, we have 10 items. Let's start with the first one. How about discovering the exact age of a jawbone fossil discovered in Utopia in 2013? What do you think is the discipline of social science that would best apply to this scenario? Of course, it's history. Second, expounding the salient points of Bangsamoro Basic Law and its relevance to Bangsamoro people. What social science discipline can be applied to this? Of course, it is political science. Let's proceed to the third one. Explaining the alarming frequency of sinkholes that occurred in various parts of the Philippines just recently. The social science discipline that suits this scenario would be its geography. Let's proceed with the fourth one. Understanding the principal reason why 27.9% of the Philippine population fall below the poverty line in 2012. Of course, economics can be applied to this scenario. Let's proceed to the fifth one. Verifying the World Health Organization report in 2013 that states that one person commits suicide every 40 seconds. What discipline is applied? We have psychology. Next one. Analyzing the effectiveness of the Pantawid Pamilyang Filipino program or the 4 Ps to the targeted Filipino families. What social science discipline is applied? We have sociology. Let's proceed to the next. Understanding variations in the development of speech and language among Filipino children. Of course, you already know the discipline that can be applied to this. It's linguistics. Let's proceed. Discovering the exact place of the so-called first mass in the Philippines that happened in 1521. The discipline that pertains to this is history. Next, we have number 9. Amending several provisions enshrined in the Philippine Constitution. I know you're familiar with the answer. It's political science. And last, elucidating why Denmark is the happiest nation according to World Happiness Report based on 2010 to 2012 statistics from the United Nations Sustainable Development Solutions Network. What social science discipline is applied to this or can be applied to this? We have demography. Okay. So, let me pose this question with you, my dear learners. As a senior high school learner, how do you use social science in your daily living? Again, as a senior high school learner, how do you use social science in your daily living? I know each of you are very excited to answer this particular question. But to sum it up, The study of social science makes us an efficient citizen, and it also helps us to solve the practical problems in our daily life. It is essential for all communities and organizations. It also helps you, my dear learners, to know how different societies are managed and structured and governed. Okay, so let's go to the most exciting part of the lesson, the assessment part. So you're going to have your 10-item quiz. So you need to carefully read each item and choose the letter of the best answer. So let's start right away. Number 1. Which of the following is not a social science discipline? A. Anthropology. B. Economics. C. Geology. D. Psychology. Okay, the correct answer is geology. Let's proceed. In which branch of anthropology would genetics be studied? A. Archaeology. B. Biological anthropology. C. Cultural anthropology. D. Linguistics. Of course, the correct answer is biological anthropology. Let's proceed with the third one. It is the study of modern human societies through the analysis of the origins, evolution, and variation of culture. Is it A. Archaeology, B. Biological anthropology, C. Cultural anthropology, D. Linguistics? And the correct answer is cultural anthropology. Let's proceed with the fourth question. It is the study of places and the relationships between people and their environment. A. Anthropology, B. Demography, C. Geography, or D. Sociology. Okay, and the correct answer is geography. Let's proceed with the fifth one. It is a major branch of geography that studies people and their interaction with the earth and with their organization with space on the earth's surface. Is it human geography, physical geography, population geography, or regional geography? What's your bet? Okay, the correct answer is human geography. Let's go to the sixth one. It is the chronological record of significant past events. Is it A. Anthropology, B. Demography, C. History, or D. Sociology? And obviously the answer is letter C. History. We're down to the seventh one. A branch of history which deals with international relations between states. Is it A. Diplomatic history, B. Military history, C. Political history, or D. Social history? I know you're having a hard time. Okay, but the correct answer is it's diplomatic history. Let's proceed with the eighth, or number 8. Which among the following social scientists is not helpful in reconstructing the past? Is it the anthropologist, the archaeologist, the geologist, or the linguist? The answer would be the geologist. Okay, we're down to number 9. It is a set of related beliefs about political theory and policy held by an individual, group of individuals, or a particular social class. Would that be a comparative government, political economy, political ideology, or political philosophy? Okay, the correct answer would be political ideology. And we're down to the last item. It is the study of human social relationships and institutions. What do you think? Is it A. Anthropology, B. History, C. Political science, or D. Sociology? I know you already know the answer. And the answer is, of course, it's sociology. Okay. So, I guess you have learned a lot with our lesson for today. And I hope to see you with our next topic or our next discussion. So this is Mrs. Jezebel P. Aguilar signing off. And I want to leave these words coming from one of the famous essayists, which says that social science means creating or inventing a certain brand of human that everyone would understand. So that would be all. Have a nice day. Goodbye.
Good day, Philippines. Hello, Region 1. Aloha, San Carlinian learners. Airing live from the mango bamboo capital of the Philippines, San Carlos City. You're tuning into CCN Broadcast Center, a virtual home of every SDO-SEC learner, where passion is the key. Learning paves the way. With our division mantra, developing creativity, maximizing versatility. This is your CCN Broadcast Center. CCN Broadcast Center, a virtual home of every SDO-SEC learner.